Welcome to Around Town. Yes, we're back, and now we're ready for the autumn season, and I'm back from Ann Arbor, and Brian's back from therapy and still getting fixed up, but we're here, and I'm pleased to have with me today, I should say Mr. Apple, but Chuck Souther and of course his wife Diane own Apple Hill Farm over in East Concord, up on the further end of Mountain Road as you get near Canterbury. But you've got quite an establishment up there. I mean, I was up there Saturday and I couldn't believe how much the trees you've got and everything. You've got, how many acres of land do you own up there?
Well, we like to tell people that we have enough land to keep us plenty busy.
I guess you do too.
But there's about 80 acres of cropland, and then of course we own a bunch of woodland like most farmers do.
But no cows yet.
No cows.
No.
That was a decision we made when we first started. Like,
Yeah.
no animals. We wanted a seasonal
Yeah.
business,
Yeah.
so we had time to breathe.
Yeah.
God bless dairy farmers. They're the hardest working
Well,
people
yeah,
I
the
know.
beef cattle or something, but I
Yeah.
know I love to see a cow out and around. But anyway, but you seem to have a very good apple crop up there this year.
It's a great crop. You know, we never know till it's over and the
Yeah,
final volume.
yeah.
And my gut reaction after 40 years of this tells me it's not going to be a barn breaker, but it's a really nice crop.
I mean, don't you need a frost to get the apples sometimes colored a little bit sometimes?
Not necessarily
Really?
frost, but this weather we've been having is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
You know, we've been in the 40s at night,
Yeah.
60s,
Oh, I
70s during the
know.
day. That's perfect apple weather.
I haven't put the heat on yet, but a couple times I came close to it.
Yeah, I
but
know,
I
yeah.
didn't turn
Yeah.
on just yet. But now you've got peaches you're growing up there too.
Peaches, nectarines. Of course, we're into the full apple thing. We've got some pears yet to pick
Really?
that we've not picked, and I didn't bring any today. Our newest crop is seedless table grapes.
Oh, for gosh.
How about that,
I
huh?
love them.
Yeah, they're not as big, the grape itself, as you
No.
find in the supermarket, but I swear they're twice as
Oh,
sweet.
it's all right. Yeah.
You know, and this is something that the University of New Hampshire did some research on what varieties would grow here, and then came out with a list, and they've been helping us figure out how to do it. This is the first crop we've had,
Wow.
and good response, and yeah, they are really
How
sweet.
many types of apples do you have now? I was
Oh.
up here, when I was up here today, I was very surprised to see my paternal grandmother's favorite cooking apple. I couldn't believe it.
Gravenstein?
Yep, Gravestein. She always bought Gravestein apples for her baking.
Yep.
And you never hardly see them anymore. But I was surprised to see you had them up there.
You know, we have a mix of old varieties, and of course, you know, you got to keep progressing and having
Yeah.
new stuff. So yeah, but some of the old ones are good. Gravenstein's a good early apple.
Yeah.
Baldwin is a great late
Yeah,
apple.
Northern Spy.
Northern Spies we have.
Yeah.
And we've got some other sort of odd ones in there. You know, we got a variety called Calville Blanc, which is actually ribbed, and it's a very, very old, like, you know, 800-year-old French cooking
I was
apple.
gonna say, never heard of it.
Yeah, you probably never heard. If you saw it, you'd say it's the most bizarre-looking apple you
Yeah.
ever saw.
In Cortland.
Cortland's, Macintosh, of course. This is New England. You know, and that's
Yeah, oh, yeah.
you know, you just gotta have them.
Cortland's a good eating apple too, along with Max. I mean, those
Cortland's
are,
and Max are great.
Yeah.
When they're
Oh.
right on, you know, like Max are coming right into their prime right now.
Not too
Cortland's will be
puckery.
another week,
Yeah.
and they're just great. But as I said, you know, we've got other stuff here. You know, this one, you know, Molly's delicious. Look at the size of that thing.
Molly's delicious.
Yep. It's shaped like a delicious, but it doesn't taste like it. It hasn't got a
Because
delicious
that's the
flavor.
thing, I've never liked delicious apples. Red delicious or the golden delicious.
I agree.
Yeah.
Golden delicious we have as much because they're really good in the cider.
Really?
So we like to pick the really nice golden ones that have good flavor, and the others we put in the cider, and they're great that way.
So you're making cider too, huh?
We just started making sweet cider this week. This is the
Wow.
first batch. We like to wait until we get a few more varieties, and of course the early ones are kind of tart, anyhow, and that
Oh,
makes
yeah.
the cider kind of tart.
Yeah.
So it does say on the label sweet cider, so we like to make sure we got some
Well,
sweet apples in there.
There you go.
Yeah, I tell people all the time the best cider I think we make all year is in November.
Really?
We have all the varieties
yeah,
are in,
the
they're
drops
all
on them,
ripe,
yeah,
and you know that's just to me the best cider that we
Yeah.
make all year.
Yeah. Now you got, how about you growing Fuji apples up there, Empire and McCowan and
Yeah, that's correct.
I
Crispins, which
never
is
heard
the
of
big
them.
green one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Granny Smith?
That's our answer to Granny Smith. Granny Smith's a really long season, like 195 days,
Oh, wow.
which would put us like November 15th.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, you know, November 15th around here, it can be pretty cold.
I never knew that Granny Smith was a New England apple, to tell you the truth. I thought that was something that was out south,
Yeah,
down south.
I think
west.
that's where it originated.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some people that try to grow them, and we choose not to.
Yep.
But yeah, we've got a bunch. We've got one block. Actually, it's about 3 acres of English and French hard cider varieties.
Oh, for God's sake, goodness sakes.
And these are apples that are basically inedible because the tannins are so high and they're quite acidic. And if you bit into one, it'd be like biting into a cranberry. Cranberry sauce is great with your turkey. You ever bit into a fresh cranberry?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How long did that last?
Yeah, I know. I love fresh cranberries, but whoa.
Yeah, but that's what these apples are. Is you know, eating them, you would spit them out. But in the juice, it's unbelievable and makes a really nice, fruity, hard cider. We don't make the hard cider, but we have customers that do. And, you know, so it's just another market for us.
Yeah. That's something. Paula Red, another one I heard
Paula
of.
Reds we have, Zestar, a new one called Sansa. Yeah, Zestar with an exclamation point, too.
Where's that coming from?
Michigan. Go figure.
I know, my favorite state. But yeah, Ann Arbor, but Zest, I never heard of it.
Yeah, you know, the naming of apples has been all over the board. It used to be sort of location, or the farmer, you know, the bald one. McIntosh was John McIntosh up in Quebec or Toronto.
Oh, really?
But now it's all about, you know, the universities do the breeding and come up with a new variety, and then they hire marketing firms to come up with a name that's going to catch the consumer's eye. Honeycrisp. What do you think about? Honey, sweet, crisp, marketing. And that's actually captured a lot of the names. We have Honeycrisp, Ludicrisp, Cosmic Crisp. There's another one in there too. And yeah, so it's interesting how it changed. You know, Paula Red was the daughter of the breeder that came up with Paula Red. He named it after his daughter.
Oh,
That's
for
kind of
God's
nice.
sake.
You know, but now it's all about marketing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of interesting to watch. And sweet corn's the same way. It's all about, you know, delectable, bodacious, and you know, and they come up with all these names that are designed to attract you to buy them.
I still like the butter and sugar, or butter and cream, or whichever a combination you call it, or yellow, red and yellow and white.
Yeah, the yellow and white kernels. Yep.
That's what I like the best. But,
Yeah, but now when I go in the seed catalogs, there's dozens of them, and some of them just get the point they are numbered.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Because you're going to sell it as butter and sugar corn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting to see what they come up with now and how different things are.
Yeah.
And some of the breeding of apples and other things are actually happening on a private scale now.
I never knew that you could grow peaches or pears up here. I didn't think that was a northern fruit you could grow.
You're right with peaches, and 15 below zero is kind of the trigger, you know, and it's not absolute.
Yeah.
But 15 below will generally kill the buds, the fruit buds, so the tree will live,
Yeah.
but there'll be no peaches. And, you know, Concord, we can do that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this year, I was really concerned, because if you remember back Thanksgiving morning,
Yeah.
it was 5 below here. And
Yes.
I thought, geez, you know, it's not 15, but that's 5 below. On Thanksgiving morning, I thought for
I
sure
know.
we'd lose.
Yeah.
We had a beautiful peach crop. Go
Yeah.
figure.
Now you're open till when?
Thanksgiving.
So you don't start until Christmas then?
All of our employees would love to stay up until Christmas. They'd love to do trees and wreaths and
Yeah.
all that, but you know, the weather
You've
can
had
be
enough
pretty
of that.
fickle in November to December, and you've
Oh,
seen, you know,
yeah.
we have that wonderful long country driveway that's wonderful right now,
Yeah, then
and
the snow
in 2 feet
comes.
of snow, it's not so nice.
No, you have to have plowing, I know, because the city don't plow that, so you have to
Yeah.
plow it.
Oh no, yeah, that's our property. So yeah, so no, we kind of, as I said, you know, when we designed the business, we wanted a seasonal business,
Sure.
and that was partly because Diane and I both love to ski. So this gives us December to finish the year and get everything in order and get plans going for January. And then our big job in the winter is pruning the trees, but the trees don't care what day of the week they get pruned, so.
Do you have a special weekend coming up in early October for Harvest Day or
What we do,
Farm Day up there? Or?
what we do is, and this is actually a 15th year, is we started this a long time ago, obviously, and it's a Military Appreciation Day.
When's that come up?
And it's the 13th, I believe, which is the Sunday of Columbus Day weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know. I'll put something in the town crier.
Yeah, if you've got a valid military ID, come on up, bring your family. We got all sorts of free stuff for you. And it's a way that Diane and I, we were thinking of things and a way we could say thank you
Yeah.
to our military and all the families that, and their families too, because that was the part that we
Oh, of course.
kind of, one member of the family goes off to serve and the others have to stay back, and it's not easy.
Do you make hot apple cider?
On cold weekends in October, yeah, they'll have a pot of hot apple cider going with some
'Cause
spices in it.
I'll be needing some for the Christmas tree lighting this year.
Oh, sure.
Hot apple cider.
Yeah,
You
she's
serve
got
it
a
down there.
special blend that they do of seasonings.
We serve
That
it
they
down
put in
there,
it.
the plaza. People just drink it.
When is that?
November 29th, day after Thanksgiving.
Day after Thanksgiving. Well, let us know.
Okay.
We'll see what we can do.
By tradition, that's what I hold to. That we've always lit the lights in Concord the day after Thanksgiving.
Huh.
Well, you figure that Macy's and Parade,
Oh,
we
right,
as a
yes,
kid,
yeah.
when Santa Claus comes down that street, that starts the holiday season. Even though they've started already on Hallmark.
Hey,
In July they had, well, actually it started last February with Thursday night Christmas show movies, and then they added Friday nights. Then in July they had the first 3 weeks of July with non-stop Christmas programming to launch their decorations for this year. Now they're starting October 25th to January 2nd with non-stop 24-hour Christmas movies on 3 channels, mind you. So I lose all my old shows for three months. No Golden Girls, no I Love Lucy. They took off, I guess. And but no, you won't get nothing on those 3 channels. Christmas, all from October 20. How many ain't even gotten there yet? It's October 25th.
I mean, we pick pumpkins. We grow an early variety of pumpkins because people want pumpkins September 1st.
Well, I've gone to
And
the
we're like,
artificial.
You know, thanks. Halloween's not for another 2 months.
I know. Well, I was in a store just recently, and I said,
Yeah.
"Where's my Halloween stuff? They got the Halloween store up here."
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, we're getting it out. And I said, well, I guess so. 'Cause I was there yesterday and nothing was out.
Huh.
Candy. But then I went back Saturday and yes, the stuff was humming out. But
So I mean, that is a trend.
yeah.
Customers always want something earlier and earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
We have to deal with it with the crops. They want sweet corn as soon as we can get it in July, and
Oh, I know. What makes me laugh is some of these places are selling native stuff. And I've said to a couple times, where's your native stuff? Where is it from? Oh, it's native. It's grown locally. I said, well, where? Nothing here around here. We've got nothing in the gardens. Well, it's Massachusetts. Down south it is. Hot houses. That's what it is. But
there are state laws that define native and local,
yeah,
and I think New Hampshire grown, which New
Yeah.
Hampshire grown is pretty easy.
yeah,
But I know we're a small
yeah,
region, and I know we've got farmer friends that farm in Mason, New Hampshire,
yeah.
and they actually have fields in Massachusetts. Their farm
Yeah.
actually goes
Yeah.
into Massachusetts, so
Yeah.
they were one of the ones that fought that whole thing. And they said, if the native thing said just New Hampshire, like, yeah, but I grow sweet corn and half mile down the road, and it's in Massachusetts.
Sure.
So yeah, in a small region, it's hard. You're always drawing a line in the sand.
So who baked the apple pie? Diane?
Diane does some. We have a wonderful girl that's worked for us for years, Mary, and she is like our head baker, and she comes up with ideas, and she's a hard worker.
Wow.
Takes pride in every pie that goes out of there. And
Now, what does she use for apples for that?
this is probably Macintosh as the main one, and then I'm sure they threw in some of the other ones because they haven't picked
Yeah.
many Cortlands yet.
Yeah,
As soon as we get some really good tasting Cortlands, it's usually Macs and Cortlands.
yeah.
That's what they like. Customers you know, like that's what seems to
Oh,
sound
I
right. And
know.
it's a New England,
Yeah, it's a New England,
New England thing.
tradition, Yeah.
We do get some special orders. Somebody will say, I want a Gravenstein pie, or I want a Baldwin pie, or,
Really?
you know, oh yeah,
Oh, gosh.
we'll, you know, customer is always right. So.
Apple pie and vanilla ice cream, or apple pie and cheese.
Apple pie and cheese, right?
That's what I usually
So,
get. But, yeah.
apple pie without cheese is like a hug without a squeeze. That's what my grandmother
There you go.
always
Oh
said.
my God, I hadn't heard that one. There you go. And then, of course, you have apple crisp. Then it's vanilla ice cream or
Yep.
cream or
Yep.
something. But
Yeah, we actually serve that on the weekends.
I saw that in
yep.
your old trailer out
Yep,
there.
and that old trailer out there, apple crisp and peach crisp right now, with whipped cream on it.
I never heard of peach crisp.
It's the same topping as apple crisp, just that we put peaches
Yeah.
in instead of apples. So
Oh,
it kind of depends on what you
interesting.
like.
So how did you do last winter? Did you have many moose up there, or deer that bothered your trees?
You know, of
bears?
course, the big news last year was the squirrels.
Yeah, I know. They were
Oh my
terrible.
God, we actually lost a lot of pumpkins in the field.
Really?
They were drilling holes right in the pumpkin to get the seeds. They're
Oh,
after the
for
seeds.
gosh sake.
And once they learned that they could do that,
I never knew that.
pumpkin after pumpkin after pumpkin, and anything we put in front of the stand, any squash, pumpkins, Indian corn, all that stuff, the squirrels would every night.
What about the turkeys?
We have turkeys. They don't bother our crops much. They will occasionally, you can find an apple where they peck, but they're really, from what I understand, they're interested in seeds and bugs in the ground. If you watch them, they walk along and they're constantly
Yeah, I
pecking in
know.
the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah.
So, you know, turkeys aren't that much of a problem. Deer,
Deer.
a problem. You know, they're big 100-pound animals that eat.
No bears.
Knock
Good.
on wood.
No moose up there either.
We see the occasional moose.
Really?
I don't know if we saw one at all this year. I don't remember whether we did. But yeah, deer are a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once in a while we'll see one around this area, but not too often. Like we find them, once in a while you'll find one dead on 393,
Yeah.
the small one.
Yeah, because as you know, on that east side of 393, there's a lot of land out there. That whole broken ground thing, so that's great habitat for deer. And that's what we've got too, is from our farm, you got one dirt road, and the next road is 106.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a tremendous amount of land out there that deer love.
I know. You go through
And
393.
we're the feed source.
Go 393, go right through my house. It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
My grandparents were so they died long before they built that, but they were so upset when they were surveying that area for that highway. But yeah, in Sugar Bar Road, you never knew there was a house there.
Huh.
We were at the dead end. My grandfather built that in 1916.
Really?
Yep, first house on that road.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Do your family miss the market though, and over there on?
Well, of course
Liberty?
we miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll ever open the one up. Or...
I don't think anybody will open a market there again. It's just
No.
that business is taken over by the
Yeah.
supermarkets. You know, and even looking East Concord, you know,
Oh,
Quality Cash had a hard time making it.
that was sad.
That was sad. Yeah,
What didn't help them though was the construction of that roundabout either.
yeah, that was kind of
That
like the
really-
nail in the coffin.
That and the gas station, they really suffered, boy, with that.
They did. They did.
You
We
know.
made it a point to go down and buy gas there every time
Oh, I
instead
do. I
of
always do.
going somewhere else. Just to support me, because he had a tough
I
time.
like Fadi, and he's the only service station I know of that comes out and pumps it for you. They will, but
Yep.
you know, I felt bad for them because that
Yeah.
was terrible.
Yeah, and it's still that roundabout. They still have a few problems there. You know, people come down Shawmut Street and want to head up East Side Drive, and they go left.
Oh yeah.
And of course, they're going the wrong way in the traffic circle. He says, "Oh my God!" He says, "Sometimes," he said, they stop, and then nobody figured out how to back out. And he says it can be a little interesting sometimes. And I haven't actually seen the truck go in, but I know there was concern whether he was going to be able to get that big truck in to deliver his gas. But they obviously are able to. But I don't know how they do it. I don't know. How
You
they
know,
get
it makes
in
you laugh is because you and I both were brought up in Concord here. We had traffic circles, what they called them back then.
there. Yeah.
They got rid of them
Yep.
and went straight through or whatever. Now all of a sudden roundabouts are the hot commodity around here now.
Isn't that the way it always goes, though?
Oh, I know.
In, out, in, out.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see. I'm still waiting for rail service that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I hope so too.
What do you think about the guy with the rail cars there in East Concord?
I stopped there one day, and I thought, gee, that's kind of a nice little maybe.
Yeah.
Price was a little bit more out of my pocketbook.
Really? I haven't even stopped.
There was a big article was done in the paper
Yeah.
about it, but it's pricey.
Huh.
You have a 2-car one with a tour guide maybe for $59.95, and you go down to 2nd Street.
Yeah.
Just before the prison. They won't let you go by the prison because they're afraid of the unwanted guests on the car.
Yeah.
Or then you go across. You have to get up and walk across the road, and then go up to Hannah Dustin on the other side.
Yeah.
Because the bike enthusiasts are mad because they wanted those tracks tore up, and the city was stupid and paving over that. I mean, I just think those tracks. I hope. When I was a legislator, I was a big fan of commuter rail up here. I think Pan Am, and I don't care if they hear this or not, I told them right to their face, I think they do a lousy job of promoting rail up here. Even freight. They've made it for this guy from Tilton and New England Southern. They've made it impossible for him to come into Bow to get his cars.
Yeah.
He has to now come down by Marshalls there and behind them to get them. That's not right. What happened to the brotherhood or the cooperation among people?
But I think if you go way, way back, the railroads have always been not friendly businesses.
You know,
But yeah, no, I think in time it'll happen.
I will. I don't know if it'll be before I die, but I hope it's before too long. I mean, they finally allotted the money to get the thing started, studying it. And I mean, Nashua was supposed to hook on with some outfit from Rhode Island, but that fell through, I guess.
So. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
So now they're hoping to tie in with everything else. But, you know, I mean, to me, there's room for rail service up here. Whether it's freight or commuter rail. I take the train to Boston or New York City. I always did. I have to go to Boston to get it.
Yeah.
I even took the train to Ann Arbor a couple of times.
Really?
Well, because the planes, I was much bigger, and you had to buy 2 seats if you're over a certain weight. So I said, to heck with this, so we took the train. Because it takes a long time to get out there.
Interesting.
But it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I loved riding that train.
Yeah.
Amtrak.
Yeah, so, we'll see. I think it'll come back.
So.
At some point in our future, that we would be wrong to give up those right-of-ways.
Well, what is it when you go to Japan, you go to Europe, everything is trains, commuter trains. Why aren't we here? Well, why aren't we?
Because we went to the automobile.
Well, the
all those years
trouble
ago.
is you got the buses and the tractor trailers and the cars that are against them. They don't want them in here. It's competition. That's the trouble. They could all work together, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, we got off your apples and peaches
we
and
sure
pie
did,
and
we?
cider.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But oh well.
But anyhow, things are going good at the farm. This weather is just what we want.
Yeah.
It is certainly harvest season, time for everybody to come out,
Yeah.
visit us or, any of the farms. in
And
Concord.
remind
We're
me
not-
about that October 13th, that military
Yeah,
appreciation.
yeah, please, tell people, I mean, and everybody's welcome. But
Yeah.
we designed it.
Is that a
and
Saturday
did it.
or a Sunday?
It's a Sunday.
Okay.
11 to 4 is the
Okay.
actual event.
Okay.
And we'll have vendors there and things to do for kids. And,
Good.
And it's a family thing, but yeah, it's to say thank you to our military.
That's good. That's good. And I'm telling you, you got a really good-looking group of things here. I can tell you, fruits, and stuff. But
Yeah, I could have brought a bunch of vegetables too. We'll be picking sweet corn till Columbus Day.
really, wow,
That's the plan.
gosh. Well, I'm really glad, and I'm glad you're Grange members. We love you in the Grange, and I wish we could get more farmers in. But your friend over there on Silk Farm Road, he didn't buy too much. He hasn't got in yet. So
Yeah.
he had big talk, I guess. But
I'll kick him in the shins.
yeah, tell him that which, I mean, the Grange was based on agriculture. That's what we were formed for.
Originally, yes.
You know, I'm trying to get the Bartlett farm in because of the dairy cows and stuff. And they were members years ago, but then the newer group didn't follow through. But
Well, and I'm maybe not going to defend everybody, but young people don't join
no,
organizations like they used to.
no, they don't. No, they don't. They're not into that because either in sports, TV, The kids are going everywhere for a sports
phone.
band. Yeah, cell phone. Oh yes. We were down to Michigan, and every student out there walking on campus had their cell phone. They were on there talking and playing. Okay, got the headsets in or something. It's
Yeah, yeah.
like, okay, whatever. But you know, that's the trouble. Every organization is suffering.
Yeah, that's right.
But-
So it's not just the Grange.
No, it's
You know, I
everybody.
know from our little Circle Farm Bureau, our fruit growers organization,
Yeah.
and other organizations we belong to are struggling with membership.
Yeah, we are. So,
So,
but
We'll
anyhow,
get there.
yeah, we'll make it out somehow. So, well, we're getting to a close around. Oh, we still got 2 minutes. Brian says so.
Good.
Yeah, that little red thing as you go up there, is that an old ski tram?
Yes, it is.
I
That's an
wondered
old
about
Killington gondola.
that. Oh, for God's
And we
sake.
had a friend call us, and he had it in his backyard, and said, "You want this?" And Diane immediately said yes.
Yeah.
And then we brought it back to the farm. We're like, okay, so now what are we going to do with it? So if you looked, it was our attempt at art, anyhow. It's a tree,
Yeah.
and that hangs in it, and we call it the biggest apple in New Hampshire. And kids can actually get in that apple, and their parents can take a picture.
Yeah, yeah, isn't that cute? I saw that. I've been seeing that over the years. I wonder what the heck that is.
Yep, that's an old, the original Killington gondola.
Isn't that a riot?
So we've been trying to buy like an old loon gondola or an old wildcat one. We haven't found one yet. So,
Oh, probably you.
Yeah,
The price tags are
they'll
high.
come up.
Yeah.
You know, we'll find one.
Well, thanks for coming on the show today. You and tell Diane we appreciate all your help for the Grange and the community, and we'll definitely promote that Military Appreciation Day. So
That's great.
yeah, and don't forget, coming up on November 29th is the Concord Christmas tree lighting, and hopefully enjoy some of their hot cider. And the 23rd of November is the annual Concord Christmas Parade that Brian's working on with myself, and before you know it, Thanksgiving will be here.
That's right.
Football and everything else. Well,
Yeah.
and Thanksgiving Day anyway. But yes, so thanks for coming in. I know you're busy out there, but I appreciate you coming in.
Well,
so.
this was a great opportunity. We're Concord residents through and through.
Yeah, I know you got
We
that right.
intend on
boy.
staying.
Yeah, that's right. So, well, have a good day, everyone. Enjoy the new autumn weather coming in next Monday, and I hope to see you soon on Around Town. I am Dick Patton, your host.